All right, we are live. So I'm Jay, and this is the Outer Worlds. If any of you have watched my previous video, I'm doing a kind of a theme character. This is my second playthrough of the Outer Worlds, and I'm doing a theme character that I'm calling the Corporate Avenger. And basically what he's going to be doing is all of the requests that he gets from the authorities and corporations and the board of the Halcyon colony. I'm going to be doing the stuff that they want me to do, no matter whether or not that's good or bad or indifferent, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and load my game from our previous session. I'm going to play a little bit differently today than I did last time. I'm going to add a little bit more commentary, and I'm going to kind of get into character. I'm going to read off the dialogue choices that I make as we go. I've also changed my screen settings here, so hopefully this is going to be a little bit more viewer friendly. If you have any questions or want to see anything in particular, please leave me a comment in the chat or on the video once it's over. Please, if you like the video, like it, subscribe. I'm going to try and make this a regular thing a couple times a week. So I'm going to go ahead and load up, and give me a moment. We'll be ready to go. All right, so we're in Reed Thompson's office. Got Parvati has joined the team, and Reed Thompson wants us to do some things here. I'll take a look at the journal real quick. He wants us to deliver a message to Adelaide and her deserters in the botanical lab, asking them to come back to town. Because I'm cutting off the power. They're north of Edgewater. One way or the other, I have to divert power from the geothermal plant to get a power converter for my ship. So that's the goal here. Got a couple of side jobs as well. Retrieve and deliver a cache of medicine. Couple of bounties. Collect a finger from each of these marauders, and collect gravesite fees. So I've already collected Conrad's gravesite fee, as well as Abernathy's. So I've got Phyllis and Ludwig to collect, and then I'll be able to turn that quest in. All right, so here we go. Let's get on the elevator and head back down.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
All right.
Can we talk?
So, we've got Parvati wants to say something here, so let's talk to her.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Okay, so I'll say this is about the deserters. What's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Did you know this Adelaide that Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
I'll say you can't leave it at that. Why were Reed and Adelaide arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her.
How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them? You were friends, or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
I'm sure the deserters are very fine people, so what?
Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
All right. So that's another thing we need to do. Eventually we'll need to go talk to the vicar before we leave town. Does look like we've got a couple of people close by that have quests for us here. So let's head up the catwalk here a little ways. Oh, here's Phyllis. So we'll talk to Phyllis.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Gravesite fees. I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that? Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
These papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess.
I could do without the sarcasm. Wasn't acting out of the goodness of my heart. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were his closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious.
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would have? You didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Alright, well, I'll let you get back to work. Kind of interesting. Well, let's look around up here, see what we can find. Always good stuff around, right? We're not stealing. Let's see, we got Phyllis Granger's terminal. Message from Reed. Owing to your hard work and positive attitude, I've sanctioned your access to medical treatment in the event of contagion. As you know, the company has not provided us with enough medicine to treat every worker. I wish I could treat every member of the Spacer's Choice family who fell ill to this plague, but I cannot. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, under any circumstances, distribute your ration of medicine to any other worker. We're all in this together. Interesting. Looks like I can hack her terminal. So it looks like Thompson's hiding deaths of workers and things like that, so kind of whatever. Bunch of stuff in there, but nothing I want to steal.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
The Guide to Mechanical Engineering, Volume 2. Alright, well I know I'll need this later, so I'll grab that. It's not a red one, so I can take it without being accused of stealing. Yeah, and this is exactly the kind of thing you would expect in like a 19th century company town, you know, the Industrial Revolution type era. And that's who I've sworn to uphold in this playthrough. I'm going to be the corporate Avenger. See what we got in the vending machine here. Doesn't look like I've got much in the way of things to sell. Oh, and I can't sell yet. I don't have the hack skill. Alright. Well, instead of leaving town, let's go see the vicar.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Too clean, she says.
Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
I'm gonna say, never been much for religion myself.
I think there's something higher and greater than us. But I don't feel it when I'm in the mission.
Our place in the universe is fixed.
Hey.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto, at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
How'd you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here. Except for Ms. Holcomb, who for some reason doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
I'm a bit surprised to hear you dismiss your parishioners so casually.
I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to raise that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Hold on a minute. Did you just refer to this town as a miserable place?
Yes, and thank you for pointing it out. It is wrong of me to succumb to distress. This place could be so much more, and I will continue in my quest to make it so.
Interesting. Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So, what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Sounds like what I was planning on doing anyway. Sounds like I've got my work cut out for me. Thanks for your time.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
And why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum, you say. Tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Why would a vicar be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Seems to me the authorities would be interested to hear you're after this contraband text.
On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
You make a compelling argument.
Glad we see eye to eye.
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, and we've leveled up. Alright, so I'm going to add some dialogue abilities here. Get myself up to 20 in all of the base abilities here. That gives me extra ability here. So make people cower, and of course just conversations are better to begin with. Make people cower if I after I hit them. Scramble auto mechanicals will slowly attack other enemies, and then terrify creatures will become terrified and flee after you kill one. So gets me up to 20 on those. 27 now in lie. And we'll go ahead and add 3 points to my tech abilities, and that will get me up to 20 in them as well. Opening up some dialogue trees or drug mixing slots, or rather, and allows me to now improve my weapons and armor. I can tinker at the workbench. So, all good things to have. I think there was one other little conversation. I didn't apply it. There we go.
Oh, the skill tree in this game is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. It does a little bit extra. It gives you. I like how it does the combat abilities give you. Or I'm sorry, the dialogue abilities give you combat ability as well. So some little extra things there. So, when you're doing the skills, up to 50, when you're adding skills, you actually do like the category, and all 3 skills go up until they're at 50, and then from 50 on, you have to improve the individual skill. So. Now, I think there was one other thing that Parvati had to say, so let's take a look there.
Something you need?
Yep. So I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mother.
That's on account of how I never met her.
You mean she's dead?
I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months, sorting the cannery computers. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Is that normal?
Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special contract. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
Interesting. We'll talk later. Right. We've only got one, pardon me, we've only got one person left to collect their gravesite fee, so let's go back to the journal. And collect Ludwig's gravesite fee. Head out here. he's outside the town. All right.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Oh, Ludwig walked away. Here we go.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
We'll say Silas sent me. You owe him your gravesite fees.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Are you okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Oh, you know what they say. When dealing with a crazy person, nod and smile. If your resistance needs another gun, I'm for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Some tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
All right, I'll let you be. Let's go take a look. Wrong button again. Die robot is the quest. Deal with the mechanical scout. Model spaceship.
Here they
Other
come.
stuff.
That's the last of them.
Tarot rays. Yeah, this guy's done for. Looks like the assistant didn't make it.
Aw, he ain't no threat. Bet I could fix him up smart.
Searching for repair bay. Error. Navigation systems failed. Unable to comply.
I could probably fix that. I mean, if you wanted me to.
Go ahead.
Yep, I see the problem. His nav mod got dislodged. Must have taken a tumble. Just gotta give it a good push and wait for the click. There we go. Jeremy's good as new. Well, new by Spacer's Choice standards anyhow. His name's Jeremy, by the way.
Navigation systems operational. Optimal path toward repair bay detected. Initiating self-diagnostics.
Parvati, why did you name the mechanical?
On account of I fixed him. And he's Jeremy on account of his helmet. It's like Jeremy, the officer in True Romantic Tales of the Space Guard.
Is that an Etherwave serial or something?
Surely. I make a point to watch every Tuesday night. Be more careful out there, Jeremy.
Alrighty then. Let's see what else we got over here. Combat drone, but no parts. Oh, some ammo. Frozen dinner, pre-sliced bread. Looks like some food. Food's good to have. Gun. Nicopad. Nothing there. Alright, time to head back to Ludwig, it looks like.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Well, you won't have to worry about that scout anymore.
You beat that scout to scrap with its own legs? Pulled its optic cables out its head case? Actually, don't tell me. Rather use my imagination. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold, mechanical hearts. Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years.
I'll let you know if I find it.
On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Alrighty. We're gonna go search behind the toilet.
not a big drinker, are you?
Read the latest report.
Apparently Parvati's got a question about how much I drink.
Where are we headed? In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker? Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I like a drink now and then.
It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the road. Most nights I watch folks out my window. When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. Mostly they're tired. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stumble into the alley and I listen to their hearts breaking.
Are you safe living across from this place?
There's been scary nights. But Constable Reyes is right up the road. She keeps an orderly town.
Well, let's get back to it.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Oh, there it is. Ludwig's bundle. Alright, got it. Since we're in the front of town real quick, I'm going to go ahead and head out here and turn the gravesite fees into Silas.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about, Silas?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
Sorry, Parvati.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, about those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
Well done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out of my way for you.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
I was hoping for something more tangible.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Take care. Looks like I got a faction reputation raise with Spacer's Choice, which is obviously what I'm going for with this. Alright, looks like I'm here.
Bring us honor, soldier.
I found that package you mentioned.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here's a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit. Designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand bolts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Fun? This ain't some quarterly performance review, soldier. Ours is a grave and sacred duty. Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Oh, what do you expect I'll find down there?
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
What are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Perception. Okay, I have a high enough perception. Edgewater's in the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
How do I get one of these logic modules?
There's the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're gonna have to find an intact model somehow.
Parvati? Something you can help with?
I don't reckon so. I work
Course
with
not.
gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know, she names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. Keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
A sympathizer, huh? Alright, sounds simple enough.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Oh, gee, thanks. That's kind of you, here, Ludwig. You've gotten a weapon modification. Let's install a mod at the workbench. Alright, looks like we can't install it on there, but we could either install it on the shotgun or the pistol. And then I've got a spare pistol I could install. I could equip for just regular gun. I can also tinker. I can spend some caps, some bits. Sorry, caps. Some Fallout brain. Spend some bits to improve my weapons. Looks like upgrading these once each might not be too expensive. 50 bits each. A little extra on it. I can repair. Looks like I need to repair some stuff, but I don't have a lot of parts available, so maybe I'll break down the extra stuff. Yeah, I've got the extra sword and the extra... And I'll break down this Marauder helmet. All right.
Got my sights on you.
Alright. Let's go back, and I saw a general store. Let's go find the general store.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
Oh, there it is.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl.
The vending machine incident? We'll have to ask about that in a minute.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident. Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Music to my ears.
Your merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue skill and is used to negotiate prices. Okay, so I get better prices based on my dialogue skills. Alright, weapons here. Let's see what they got to buy. So he's got some ammo, but no new weapons. Armor? Yeah, he's got some armor. And looks like he'll repair my stuff for basically all my bits. Never mind. Alright. So light helmet for 108 bits. That's 9 armor. And 180 or 395 bits, 295 bits for 9 armor. Or I can get 7 armor for about 100, about 100 less. We'll get the overalls. And the light helmet looks good. How much is he charging for Adreno? I got enough for 2. Go ahead and get a couple more shots in my inhaler. Go ahead and equip stuff. So that upgraded me from 3 armor to 16. It's a pretty good difference, I'd say. Apparently I'm wearing Parvati's armor, or overalls. Where'd she go?
And your rations yet?
There she is.
Yep.
Wearing the same stuff as her.
Yeah, huh? You mean why I'm not allowed in the store anymore? There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
Did you steal from it or something?
Not intentionally. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
You picked the lock on the vending machine?
Well, sure. They're not tough. Even back then, before I got real good at that sort of thing. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a 3rd shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
And it exploded all over him. Yeah, I'll say, go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Ro's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Interesting. Alright, let's get back to it.
Wish we had some better rations.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Alright. Off into the wild. See what trouble we can get into. Another vending machine. Stuff out here on the... Ooh, attacking me.
Where'd they go? Everyone all right?
Oh, rabid sprats. Kill a few of those. Alright. Nope, don't have enough picks to do that one. Have to up my skill. Ambidextrine, Nicopad. What else we got? Can't hack that one either. Don't have enough of something. There's a couple of bypass shunts though. Alright, let's head off to the botanical lab, see what we can do there. Ooh, we got some
Going quiet.
marauders there. There's a explosive barrel.
Sure.
Alright, got some new stuff there. More than just the two I killed there, but looks like the rest were already dead.
Huh?
people. Shotgun out. Probably be easier. Yeah, I'd say that's easier. Alright, pick up some stuff from them. Door here. Mag picks. Just enough mag picks to open this barrel. Trespassing, lockpicking, hacking, and murder are all considered illegal activities and are frowned upon by society. Avoid being seen if you want to engage in those activities without consequences. I'm guessing.
You're fast.
Some bits. Nice. 45 bits. And a necklace. Mining helmet. Ammo. Necklace. Adreno. Bits. Alright. Something anyway. What's up here? Kitchen. Ammo. Funny, more ammo up here than anything else, though. Don't even have enough skill to do that yet. Card game of some kind. So we're at the community center. This is where the medicine's supposed to be.
Okay, here we go. Down they go.
Better heal a little bit. Time to back away. I think I'm gonna die, yep. Ah, crud. Hopefully I didn't go back too far. So I'm here at the back at the center again. Leveled up. All right. See if there are any more people out here. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and level up real quick. There we go. We'll up our dialogue abilities a little bit more. And nope, we don't want to stop that yet. Apply those and head over to perks. Looks like I get a new perk, so we'll add a new perk here. %, base health. I think that's probably what we should go with. All right, so we're ready to head into the community center to get the cache of medicine. I think that's a good place to call it for now. So again, I'm Jay, and if you liked the video, please click the thumbs up, share, subscribe, etc. And we'll see you next time.